If you only know Courteney Cox as Monica Geller, the label maker loving vacuum the vacuum kind of gal, strap in because her real life story makes Friends look like a weekend nap. It's not all turkey heads and Central Perk. It's drama, trauma, and a few eyebrow related tragedies. Think of it as a Netflix limited series, part heartbreak, part hope, with a splash of Botox. Spoiler alert, there are no tidy sitcom endings, but plenty of plot twists. So grab a snack. Monica would insist, because this ride gets real fast. Once upon a divorce. Courtney Bass Cox entered the world in 1964 in Birmingham, Alabama, the youngest of 4 siblings. Her childhood wasn't exactly the Brady Bunch. When she was just 10 years old, her parents split up. Her dad, Richard Cox, packed his bags and moved to Panama City, Florida. Courtney, being a classic daddy's girl, was crushed. It wasn't just a family breakup, it was the emotional equivalent of someone canceling Friends after season 1. Her mother remarried Hunter Copeland, who just so happened to be the uncle of Police drummer Stuart Copeland. But despite the rock star connection, it was a hard pill to swallow. Years later, her father would admit that ending the marriage was one of his biggest regrets. He said he wished he had worked harder on their relationship, Courtney revealed. That sentiment stuck with her. At the time, she was married to fellow Scream actor David Arquette. Inspired by her father's regret, she declared, "That's why I choose to work on it." And work on it they did, but more on that later. Grief, radiation, and Swiss cheese. In 2001, Courtney's father passed away from Merkel cell carcinoma, a rare and aggressive form of skin cancer. And like the fiercely loyal Monica Geller we all know and love, she did everything she could to help him fight it. She flew him to Switzerland for cutting-edge radioactive treatments. Because when you're rich and desperate, you skip the CVS pharmacy and go straight to European experimental science. Doctors gave him 6 months to live. Thanks to her determination, he made it to 18. They made the most of those final months, but let's not sugarcoat it. Losing a parent is brutal. On Running Wild with Bear Grylls, she admitted that the loss haunted her. He didn't want to go, she said. It wasn't a surrender. The rocky road to motherhood. Courtney always assumed she'd have a big family. After all, she grew up in one. But life, as it so often does, had other plans. She suffered multiple miscarriages while trying to have a child with Arquette. To add insult to emotional injury, she was filming Friends episodes involving pregnancy, like Rachel giving birth right after losing her own baby. Imagine trying to deliver punchlines while your heart is breaking. Yeah, not ideal. Eventually, doctors discovered her body was producing antibodies that attacked the fetus. She underwent 2 rounds of IVF. The second one worked, and in 2004, her daughter, Coco, was born. Yes, that's Coco, as in her name mashed up with Courtney and Arquette, Hollywood's version of monogramming a baby. Later, she created the docuseries 9 Months with Courtney Cox to shine a light on fertility struggles, miscarriages, and the miracle of motherhood. "If I can give someone hope, I'll share anything," she said, and she did. Postpartum depression. After Coco arrived, things didn't magically turn into a diaper commercial. Courtney faced postpartum depression. Around 6 months in, she began feeling off, mentally and emotionally. "It's hard. Women have hormones," she said, "and as we get older, it gets harder." Therapy helped, as did acknowledging that motherhood isn't always wrapped in pastel ribbons and Pinterest perfect baby showers. Also, she admitted something most new parents secretly think. Waking up early is hard, really hard. The world nodded in exhausted agreement. Sex, Disney, and David Arquette. Courtney and David's marriage wasn't exactly boring. The two were unfiltered and sometimes too open about their relationship, especially on Howard Stern. In one memorable moment, Courtney revealed that David tried to initiate intimacy while she was mourning her father. Not exactly stellar timing, David. Another time, he got handsy at Disney World. Yep, Disney, with a 6-year-old in tow. Mickey Mouse has seen things. Despite the therapy, the work, and the chemistry, the couple called it quits in 2011. They filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, a Hollywood phrase meaning we've tried, but we just can't anymore. Still, they remain friends, best friends even. "I don't recommend divorce," Courtney said, "but we've grown. We appreciate each other more." Aging, not so gracefully, but hilariously. Hollywood isn't kind to women who dare to age, and Courtney, like many in the biz, tried to fight father time with a syringe. Fillers, yep. Botox, probably. Duck face, temporarily. Eventually she looked in the mirror and thought, maybe I overdid it. She got her fillers dissolved in 2017 and went back to being, well, Courtney, just older, wiser, and less plastic. "I messed up a lot," she admitted on the Los Angeles podcast. "Luckily, I reversed most of it. Now I'm just older. A round of applause, please, for embracing age, crow's feet and all. Thyroid troubles and vanishing eyebrows." As if heartbreak and aging weren't enough, Courtney also revealed she has hypothyroidism, a condition that slows down your metabolism and, in her case, led to hair loss, head hair, eyebrow hair, all of it. One day she noticed her brows disappearing. They were like, "It's been real, we're out." Thankfully, an endocrinologist helped her get things under control, and her eyebrows made a triumphant comeback, self-doubt and therapy. Despite playing confident women on screen, Courtney admitted that she struggled with self-doubt for much of her life. "I used to do things out of fear," she said. "I talked myself out of auditions. I didn't feel confident enough." Now, after years of therapy and introspection, she's working on being present. "Why stay stuck in the past or project into the future?" she asked. And honestly, preach. The relevance crisis. After Cougar Town wrapped in 2015, Courteney Cox found herself staring into the Hollywood abyss, wondering if she'd quietly faded into the land of, "Hey, weren't you on that show?" She admitted, "I didn't feel important anymore," which is a wild thought considering she was once TV royalty, queen of primetime Thursdays. While she shifted her focus to love and life beyond the spotlight, Tinseltown seemed to ghost her faster than a bad Tinder date. Then, like a glitch in the fame matrix, a fan strolled up holding a photo of her from Masters of the Universe. Yes, that gloriously cheesy 1987 cult classic. She blinked at the picture like it was an artifact from a past life. "Wait, how did this make me relevant again?" she mused. Maybe it was nostalgia, maybe the fan had weird taste, or maybe Courtney's charm is truly timeless. Either way, she wasn't about to question it. When the universe hands you a He-Man photo op, you smile, sign, and ride that comeback wave like a pro. Heartbreak in therapy. Wait, what? Courtney Cox probably expected a couple's therapy session to involve some gentle unpacking of feelings, not a relationship demolition derby in the first 60 seconds. But that's exactly what happened when her seemingly solid romance with Snow Patrol's Johnny McDade took a nosedive right there on the therapist's couch. One minute she was discussing boundaries, the next, boom, emotionally rear-ended by her own boyfriend. "He wasn't trying to hurt me," she said, proving she's far more graceful than most of us would be mid-ugly cry. The breakup hit like a plot twist from Grey's Anatomy, but thankfully it was a temporary season finale, not a series end. The couple managed to find their way back to each other, proving that even when love hits pause, it doesn't always hit delete. Loss and legacy. In 2020, Courtney lost her mother, a woman she adored. She didn't announce the news right away, but on the 1-year anniversary, she posted a heartfelt tribute, "Missing my sweet mama." And then, in 2023, the unthinkable happened. Matthew Perry passed away. They had shared more screen time together than anyone else on Friends. Chandler and Monica weren't just fictional, they were real-life colleagues and friends. In a touching Instagram post, she wrote, "I'm grateful for every moment with you, Maddie. I miss you every day." She even shared a behind-the-scenes clip of Perry whispering a joke for her to say during a scene. Proof of the deep bond they shared. If you enjoyed this roller coaster ride through Courtney Cox's real-life drama with fewer coffee mugs and more therapy, don't forget to like this video, hit subscribe so you never miss a deep dive into your favorite stars, because Hollywood tea this hot deserves company. And hey, ring that bell, Monica would want you to be prompt.